After having posted several videos of furry controversy over time, the YouTuber known as TomDark decided to visit Anthrocon, New England this year in Boston. This went pretty similar to almost all the other videos on YouTube where a non-furry shows up at a convention with a microphone. The interviewer questions random attendees, the vibe feels at times borderline exploitative or trolling, but the projected effort is neutral reporting. Then there's the conflict with security in the end of the video. Things went a little differently for Tom, however, when he found himself being documented by another YouTuber, LuminCity. Tom stated he felt like he was being stalked and that he was told by sources that there was a furry spy network. I'm unsure if he was being satirical or if he really believes this. If someone in the fandom actually told TomDark this, then they must have been trolling him. Of course, with the uptick of disruptors, idiotic pranksters, and legit security threats at conventions, like swatting and false police calls to try and bully and harass furries, there is increased vigilance. Conventions are very important to furries. They're willing to spend considerable money and travel sometimes large distances to be able to attend. And consider that after all that, the con itself is only a few days. All that time is precious. Those who think it's funny to be disrespectful or disruptive don't realize or care the impact such negative behavior truly has, especially since those are supposed to be as close to safe spaces as is realistically possible. So yes, Tom, if you show up with a microphone and start questioning people, you're going to get scrutiny. It's not an orchestrated conspiracy, it's a reaction by a group who's apprehensive of outsiders, and understandably so. However, that is not what happened here. Like I already said, TomDark had posted several videos about very negative things in the fandom. By his content, including this convention appearance, it's hard to discern if Tom is a furry hater, about to join the fandom himself, or just seeking views. The furry who was watching him, LuminCity, posts videos in the same thread as Tom. As of my making this, if you visit Lumin's channel, you'll also see many videos about controversy, drama, and the like. So I have two theories for this. One is that Lumin recognized Tom and wanted to do a video on him next and was gathering footage, or two, he was curious and probably annoyed to see the film crew with the microphone conducting the interviews. Even if he didn't know who they were, judging by this post, he probably intended to cover it on his channel. But creeping on a well-known YouTuber at a convention, especially if you believe he's there to produce a derisive video, is certainly not helping. In fact, you're spoon-feeding him negative content. To date, LuminCity hasn't posted anything to YouTube about this encounter, and when compiling this video, I did see that now apparently Lumin himself is the center of some controversy. And furries couldn't wait to fill Tom in on all the dirt, which, in case no one has figured it out yet, sharing fandom dirt with non-furries making videos about furry drama isn't going to win any points with them, it just gives them more fodder. It also can come across as kind of desperate, like the behavior of someone who wants approval or something. Kiwi Farms makes an appearance, of course, and has already been established as having 0% credibility as a source ever for anything. Seriously, if you're referencing Kiwi Farms for any reason, do not expect anyone with common sense to believe anything that follows. So anyway, TomDark chases controversy and was followed by a furry who also chases controversy, who has himself become a controversy. What is this, Inception? Videos like the many missteps of LuminCity will apparently fill me in on all that I need to know. On a side tangent, this rampant genre of weirdly titled pseudo-journalistic videos that are the YouTube equivalent of tabloid fodder have become prevalent. I guess it stands to reason, as the fandom has gotten so large, it would get its own versions of TMZ and Daily Mail. There are a lot of muckrakers working the YouTube beat, and by this point, I for one have seen enough. Because we all know what this really is. Well, at least on the furry side. Drama chasing, that age-old pastime. And believe me, it's nothing new. You're looking at an archived chat of furry drama, perhaps the oldest archived in existence. On October 3rd, 1998, an argument broke out over the seemingly innocuous title, My Favorite Artists. At times it became ugly and very familiar. This was from a time when the fandom was so small they literally all knew each other. If you read the full thing, it's actually pretty fascinating from a cyber anthropology perspective. You'd recognize a lot of the names from a who's who of early furries, not to mention the other archive chat threads, like the one that describes how members of the US military wanted Chester Ringtail pinup art on aircraft during Desert Storm. That would have been cool to see. As for the not so pleasant posts, the takeaway is that for whatever strange reason, many furries enjoy drama and infighting, and always have. It goes with the territory, I guess. But there's always seemed to be some sort of balance, a containment of the vitriol. Now the spillage is becoming widespread. I think that's in part due to the fandom being so mainstreamed that outside haters can now get really up close and personal. In the end, Tom reports that he discovered what all of us already know. He met a decent amount of cool creative people, and he met some people that were jerks. That describes any community anywhere. If you seek out drama and contention, that's what you're going to get. This community was built on creativity, friendship, and overall positive attributes, and for many, that's what they put in and take out of it. Basically, perspective is everything. Furry fandom, like anything in life, is what you make of it. The fandom isn't broken and it doesn't have a problem overall. They were debating this over 20 years ago. This is simply a case of whatever you focus on, you're going to make bigger.